Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my first booktube video. AirPods in because I'm listening to music. If you're wondering which song, it's The Bottom by Gracie Abrams. For this first video, I thought I could just talk about my October wrap-up, or like all the books I read in October. Oh, this video is gonna come out way too late, isn't it? It may be mid-October by the time I post this thing. Should I grab the physical books? No. Okay, how many did I read? 7. The first one I read is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. I believe this is her debut in YA fantasy. I know she has a couple adult fantasy books. This one I rated a 4.25 out of 5. I thought it was okay. There was a lot happening in this book. Also, I know a lot of people said the romance was really slow, but personally I like that. Basically, this book is about a girl named Effie who's an architecture student. Since she was little, Effie has always had these visions of a fairy king who's the same fairy king in one of her favorite books by her favorite author. One day she's basically offered to go redesign her favorite author's house, the same author who wrote this book, and there she meets a literature student, Preston, and basically throughout this book they uncover a bunch of secrets, like possibly magical secrets, about the author and his family who still lives in that house. Please check the trigger warnings if you are interested in reading this book. Yeah, because there is mentions of like sexual assault in here. It's not fully graphic, but it is implied, and also a bunch of disgusting men. Yeah, the reason why I didn't give this a 5, like I said, there was just a lot happening. Effie also wanted to be a literature student, but the thing was woman couldn't be, so she had to settle for being an architecture student. But also throughout the book, Effie was trying to settle with like her past trauma about the sexual assault and everything. Then obviously there was also the romance, which was like rivals to lovers. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like this book was trying to give you like, the messages were good. It was just trying to give you all of the messages at once, and I got not confused, but like my brain was like overloaded once I finished this book. I'm just like, what happened? So I mainly rated it this high because of the romance. The romance I really like, and also the vibes of this book is like very dark academia. Okay, second book, One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I gave this book a 4.75 out of 5. It's kind of high. I don't remember anything about this book. Okay, so this book is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, so you kind of get the gist. Forbidden romance, rivaling families, and death. Except in this book, both families are committing a bunch of crimes within the magical community. They're competing to stay on top of their separate crime operations. Why do I not remember anything that happened in this book? I don't even remember the magic system. How the hell did the magic system even work? I think I rated this book this high because of the forbidden romance. I like the slow burn more than when the couple actually gets together. But in this book, I actually didn't mind when the couple got together, so maybe that's why I rated it so high. Oh, also Olivia Blake's writing. I really liked her writing for some reason. I don't want to say it was lyrical, but it flowed really nicely. Like, I enjoyed reading it so much. I think I enjoyed her writing, honestly, more than the actual story. Wasn't Olivia Blake also like a fan fiction writer? That's what I heard. Third, fourth, and fifth book was a trilogy. The Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. First book, Legend, I gave a 5 out of 5. The second book, Prodigy, I gave a 4.25 out of 5, and the third book, Champion, I gave a 4.5 out of 5. I also like the romance in here. It was like secret identity trope. So basically in this book we follow two main characters. The first is June, who is from a rich and elite family and is basically the Republic's highest military prodigy. The second one is Day, who is the Republic's most wanted criminal, and one day a crime against June's family is committed and Day is the prime suspect. I don't want to say too much because I'm afraid I'm going to spoil, but like the Republic has many hidden secrets, and basically throughout this whole trilogy we uncover them all. I think there's also like a virus going on or something in this story. But yeah, I really enjoyed this trilogy. It reminded me of like the dystopian stories that were coming out in like 2014, 2015, 2016. I think this trilogy also came out in like 2015, so maybe that's why. Yeah, can we please go back to those times? I actually enjoyed it so much. Like, I wish more dystopian books would come out. This kind of reminded me of Cinder, honestly. Wasn't there like a virus going on in Cinder too? I enjoyed Cinder so much when I was younger. I should reread that series. Okay, which book am I on? The sixth book I read was A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I rated this a 4 out of 5. Okay, so basically this book, on a mysterious and like magical island, young girls begin to go missing. So our main character Jack, who is a bard who can call upon like elemental spirits, is called back to the island to help recover the missing girls. I honestly just want to talk about the romance in the book. Romance between the main couple, Jack, and I think her name was Adara, or however you pronounce that, wasn't my favorite. There was marriage of convenience trope trope between the two, so maybe that's why I'm not a big fan of that trope. And also I felt like it was kind of insta-lovey in the beginning because, well, there is like background story between the two, like they are sort of childhood friends or like childhood rivals, I guess, so there is also like kind of implied rivals to lovers in this book. So my favorite couple wasn't even the main one. It was an already married couple. I forget their names, but I really like them. I like their improvement of communication, and also it was the wife didn't know how much her husband actually liked her. Like she thought, oh, he married me because he needs like a mother figure for his daughter, because his previous wife had died and he had already had a child, but he's just like, oh, I can't take care of this child by myself. But the wife only thought that that's the only reason he married her. Yeah, so you see their gradual improvement of communication throughout the book, and that's the couple I mostly enjoyed. The last book I read in October is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Oh my god, I cannot believe I haven't read the series sooner. I'm currently on the third book. The Raven Boys, I rated a 5 out of 5. It was so good. Oh my god, I had 2 5 out of 5s in October. That's great. Yeah, I really don't know how to explain this book. Honestly, I mean this in the best possible way, but this book is way too good for what it is. So basically in this book, 4 boys and a girl named Blue are all brought together by the desire for adventure and to find a Welsh king who is only said to be a myth. I know. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about this book. I really love the romance. In the first book, you don't even know who like the main love interest is. You kind of have to go onto the second book for that, but honestly, I love it when romance in a book is over the course of multiple books. I hate it when it only happens in the first book, like the slow burn only happens in the first book. I want to see it throughout multiple books, otherwise I'm gonna get bored. Also, Blue's family is really interesting. She comes from a family of like psychics. Ever since Blue was younger, she's always been told that her first kiss will kill her first true love, and one day she meets the spirit of this boy. But the thing is, Blue isn't a psychic like the rest of her family. Her only power is that she can make things louder for her family, like she can help her family see more things because they're psychics. That's her power. She's like a charger almost. Yeah, so one day she sees the spirit of this boy, but the thing is, Blue's not able to see spirits, so the only reason she would be able to see this boy's spirit is she'll kill him in the future. I know I'm making it sound very convoluted. I'm sorry. It's like less complicated than I'm making it sound. Anyways, I think that's gonna be all for today. Hope you enjoyed and hope to see you in the next one. Bye!